Excuse me.
Yes, Mum?
Is Alan Turner going to be all right?
Well, the doctor seemed to think so. He's receiving visitors today. I'll go and speak to him myself.
Oh, what about that evil woman? Have you arrested her yet?
Nobody's been arrested. We're conducting our inquiries. I want this place secured and nobody goes in or out.
Why, what are you looking for?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say, just at present.
I'm just a concerned citizen.
We'll be talking to everyone in due course.
I think we just met the local neighbourhood watch.
I want this place turning upside down.
Oi! Hey, you got to be quicker than that if you want to be a proper burglar.
Ha ha ha, funny.
Cool. Getting into Turner's wasn't exactly hard, was it, huh?
Yeah, that's all you know.
It's a bed and breakfast. The door's open, you can just walk right in.
Not with her around. Think I wanted to be end up murdered too?
And I thought our Sammy was soft.
It's not just a B&B I've been into.
Oh, yeah?
That's right.
So what did you nick?
Biscuits.
Hey, if he were a ding, he'll have to be put down by now.
Cup of coffee to go, please, Emily.
Okay.
Do you think this is a bit over the top for work?
What?
In your outfit?
It's nice.
What's up with you this morning?
Oh, I'm just going to get these papers sorted out to see my solicitor.
What are they for?
My divorce.
I'll leave you to it then.
Well, I'll see you in the pub at lunchtime.
What time?
12:30.
You might do.
Now I'm growing up, I'm going to stay up late every night.
You might change your mind about that.
I don't think so.
Well, Katie's all grown up. She likes an early night.
Robert? Do you know how many germs are in a human mouth?
No, and I don't want to know.
We did it in science lessons.
Now, speaking of which, finish your breakfast while you're away.
Actually, I think I've got the flu.
Well, you're not getting off school, so don't even go there.
I don't want to go there.
Well, you are.
When I'm growing up, I want to be like Katie.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, and do nothing all day.
Well, she's got a point.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Well, I don't mind sitting around watching TV all day.
Well, you should try it then. I'd far rather be working than be cooped up in here by myself, you know.
Something will come up soon.
Right, come on then, Munchkin. I'll take you to school. At least that's something I'm good for. Bye. You're in early.
Trying to catch up on all the paperwork.
Just like your brother. I could have you up for sexual harassment, you know.
On that evidence, there's not a court in the country that'll convict me.
Flatterer.
I'll tell you what, you don't report me to Brussels and I'll try and be the perfect boss, eh?
You could be that right now.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I could do with having a bit of a longer lunch, getting away at 12:30.
All right, you've twisted me arm. What is it? Another shopping trip with the girls?
I've arranged to meet Carl.
Right, well, better get on with these.
I'll put the kettle on.
Have you thought about writing your own vows for the service?
Not really. Didn't know you could do that. Couldn't do that in my day.
Oh, it's still your day, and I'd think about it.
I wouldn't know what to say.
Just say the truth. How you feel about Charity, how special she is to you, why you love her so much and want to spend the rest of your life with her.
Something I missed?
Sadie's just come up with some ideas for the wedding.
What's that then?
She wants to know if we thought about writing our own vows.
Well, not really. Not exactly the creative type, am I?
Oh, but I can help. And I think it would be a lovely way to make the ceremony really special between you both.
Yeah. Yeah, go on, I'd like that, thanks.
As long as she keeps in that bit where she promises to obey me.
I think they took that out a long time ago.
Never know, we'll be getting the vote next, won't we?
You know, between us, we're going to make this wedding perfect.
Yeah, to be honest, most of it's already been taken care of.
Oh, come on, love. There's always things need doing at the last minute. And if you've got another pair of hands, it means we've got more time to ourselves, doesn't it?
Well then, looks like I found myself a wedding planner, doesn't it?
You won't regret it.
What are they up to?
Looking for evidence, I suppose.
What evidence? She almost drove him off a quarry. They're not going to find it in there, are they?
Come on. Am I going to get some sort of reward?
You're never.
Well, it's all because of me you're hearing it.
Yeah, all right, so go on, get back to school.
I saved Mr. Turner's life. I am a hero.
Well, I'm sure your girlfriend here will reward you with a big kiss. Now, skedaddle.
Excuse me. I'm not his girlfriend.
I reckon I know what they're looking for.
Detective know are you then? As well as a master biscuit beat.
Ha ha ha. I did more than just biscuits.
Like what?
Like drugs.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Turner's pills. She was drugging him with them, so I took them. That's what I reckon they're looking for. It's evidence against her.
Well, they're not going to find him now, are they, Doc? Now that you've taken him.
She might have killed him if he hadn't.
Well, what have you done with him? Because you're going to have to give him to the police.
I don't know.
My dad's right about you, you know? You know what you've done, don't you? You've let her get away with it. And then you think she's going to come after when they let go.
Found anything yet?
Not so much as an indigestion tablet. If there's any drugs in there, they're very well hidden.
We're going to charge her anyway?
Not yet.
Why not?
2 reasons. I want to wait and see what the toxicity report says. If she's been overdosing him, it'll show up in his bloodstream. Hard evidence we give to the CPS.
And the other one?
It's 8:45 and I haven't had my bacon sandwich yet.
So, what do you think?
Well, I don't know why people don't just leave things as they are.
Well, it's progress, you can't stop that.
It's interfering with village life. It's like pounds and ounces. Them meddlers from wherever, they're telling us we can't use them anymore either.
What's going on over the road?
Oh, they keep going in and out, looking for something.
What?
I don't know.
They're not saying. I did have a word with them.
Have you got anything to help me sleep? I didn't get a wink last night.
It's the worry.
Yeah, and the guilty conscience. I should have known that Alan would never want rid of his bike.
Well, it wasn't your fault.
Well, I can't believe that I let her wrap me round her little finger like that.
Oh, you're a man. I blame myself.
You weren't even here.
Exactly. Oh, she never had me fooled, that one. Mutton dressed as cow, if you ask me.
Well, it's what we do about it now that's important.
Well, what's to do? She's in the hands of the police.
Well, make sure she don't get away with it.
How?
Well, tell them about the motorcycle. He never gave her permission to sell that. That's evidence. It's something they can use.
Oh, they did say Alan can have visitors now.
Oh, good. I'll go in and see him.
I might come with you.
Well, shouldn't you be up at home farm by now?
Oh, you're right, I suppose. Hey, just keep your beady eye open and I'll see you at lunchtime.
Ta-da! Thanks for that. I don't think Alan's ready for an interrogation by Betty.
All right, that'll be fine.
What about those results?
Later this afternoon at the earliest.
No wonder the health service is in crisis.
Too many people having heart attacks, probably.
You are what you eat and a bacon sandwich is in the job description.
Did you get anything from that estate agent?
Oh, aye. I'm Matthew King. Apparently she was trying to sell the B&B for 50 grand less than it were worth.
Well, that's not criminal.
In cash? Straight into her account?
All goes to motive.
Didn't just teach you to twirl a baton at Hendon, then?
I learned everything I know from you, boss.
What do we know? She kept him locked in his room. She sold his van, his motorbike. She helped herself to his accounts and very nearly sold his house from under him. Turner says she kept him heavily sedated. And the tox report, when it comes back, will show if he had dangerously high levels of medication in him.
Enough for the CPS?
Not just yet. Let's have another little chat with the doting daughter first.
What do you think?
It's a big investment.
It is, in the future of Home Farm.
I wonder what the future holds for Stephanie Stokes. Terry Wood is going to tell the police that she made him clean up Alan's motorbike. That's another nail in a coffin, if you ask me.
Right.
Well, she'll soon be back where she should be, behind bars in Holloway.
Betty, I'm really not interested right now.
No, well, people weren't interested when it was all going on, were they? I could have never stood by and let it happen.
Well, don't stand by now. Just get on with some dusting.
So, what do you think?
I need to see a more detailed costing breakdown.
I think she's hungry. Is it all right if I try and find her something to eat?
Yes, thank you, Betty.
Oh, come on, Jean. Auntie Betty does have her uses. Let's leave the grown-ups to get on with the very important meetings.
So, in principle,
In principle, yes, but like I say, I need to see more details.
I'll get straight onto it then.
Well, it can wait. Why don't we grab some lunch?
Well, I'd rather get on with these.
Thanks. Hey, had a job getting past that nurse. She's like your very own security guard.
Is that you, Jerry?
Of course it is.
I'm sorry. Half the time I still think I'm dreaming or still in this nightmare.
You're safe now.
What's happened?
I don't know. People are trying to find out.
She's my daughter. Why would she do this to me?
Maybe she's not well. I mean, she couldn't be, could she?
I wasn't the best of fathers, I mean, far from it, but I don't deserve this, do I?
Of course you do.
Just because I fell in love with Shelley.
Look, do you want me to get you a nurse?
No, she said terrible things about her. I'm trying to remember.
Just don't upset yourself. It's all in the past.
I'm so worried about her. I mean, if she could do this to me...
Oi, Shelley left a long time ago. She's fine. Just try not to think about it now, eh?
Two dry white wines and a large tomato juice, please.
When I'm ready. Have you considered what drinks you might greet the guests with at the reception?
Well, champagne, sherry, usual, I suppose.
Well, what about a champagne cocktail? You know, make it a bit special. And you could serve a non-alcoholic version to those who aren't drinking.
Is there a postal strike on? Only I've not got my invite yet.
Just ignore him, Tom.
I would happily give her away if you like, Tom.
Shut it, you.
Or what?
Or I'll buy you.
I'd move on if I were you, son. Charity has.
Yeah, well, when I need advice from age concerned, I'll look at him phone book.
Thank you. That boy has got serious problems.
I'd say that was the understatement of the year.
Oh, well, never mind him. Let's talk about cocktails.
Well, I don't know. I mean, sometimes, you know, it's best to just stick with tradition.
Yeah, but...
Sadie, have you any idea what my Uncle Shadrach would be like with 2 pints of champagne and creme de menthe swilling round inside of him?
It was only a suggestion, love.
Well, don't mind me. Trying to get everything right isn't always easy, is it?
No, it isn't. That's why Sadie's offering to help. She knows what it's like.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'll tell you what. You can have as many fancy cocktails as you like, as long as you can still carry me across that threshold in the evening.
I'm not as fit as I used to be.
Hey, it'll do for me, love.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I thought we went through everything yesterday.
About the care you were giving your father.
I was doing my best.
Any better and he'd be dead.
I didn't mean for him to die.
We just need to understand exactly what happened. You didn't mean him to die when you gave him far too many drugs. Is that what you mean?
You're twisting what I'm saying.
Your father's telling us a different story.
Look, he was unwell, delirious, having bad dreams. He needed his sleep. So I gave him some extra pills, so what?
Your father's made some very grave allegations against you. Now, we're doing some tests to see exactly how much of his medication is in his bloodstream. If that confirms what he says, you're going to be in very serious trouble.
I haven't done anything wrong.
No to worry about then, have you?
Reached the
late, then I thought, I'm not going to make lunch. How's about I take you out for dinner tonight instead? Sorry.
Look, this is crazy. If I'd have wanted to kill me old dad, I could have driven him off the blooming quarry.
You told us you only gave him an extra pill or two when he needed it, or when you needed to get some rest.
That's right.
Well, we've been checking his medical records, and it seems you've recently taken out a new prescription for a couple of months' supply of his medication, way before it was due.
Because the old one had got flushed down the sink. By accident.
Yeah, that's right. Look, accidents happen.
They certainly seem to around you.
So according to your reckoning, there should be, what, 4 or 5 weeks' supply of his medication left?
Well, I suppose.
Why were there absolutely no pills in the house, then?
Oh, I don't know. Look, I haven't done anything with them.
We'll be back to take your statement later. Have a good think. Maybe something will jog your memory.
Could I have a word, Mr. King?
Of course you can.
I was just wondering if there's any work going at the company.
So you've got an HGV licence, have you?
No.
And I don't suppose you want to work on the bins.
I was hoping for something in the office, really.
Sorry, love. I ain't got anything that'd suit at the minute. Why don't you try the factories at Otten?
Thanks anyway.
You looking for work?
Well, just something local. Preferably not factory work. I've had enough of that at Pollard's.
I can well imagine.
Well, do you know of anything then?
I told you an opportunity to work for us might come up, didn't I? Well, it just has.
Oi! What? I've got to find these pills.
Right, Sherlock. Well, I'm getting back to school and you can keep your hands off my underwear.
Calling it a day?
No.
Hey, you better buy your secretary a drink. She's just been stood up.
Sorry I'm late. Got held up on the phone.
Eh?
Had that Shirley Butler from the council bending me ear, and you know how she can go on. Anyway, we best make a move. Don't want the client getting to the restaurant before we do.
Oh, right.
And the food's supposed to be excellent.
Enjoy your scratchings.
Ah. Emily says you went to see Alan.
That's right.
So, what's going on?
They've decided to keep him in for a while.
No, I didn't mean him. His Black Widow daughter.
I don't know.
Let's not go jumping to conclusions and casting stones just yet.
I'd pick a boulder. May I remind you that it was she who got me into this mess with trading standards? Puts a chill down my spine just thinking about her. She was under my roof after all.
I'm sure you were perfectly safe.
Well, we'll never know now, will we? I could have been downstairs enjoying a nice single malt, listening to Matt Monroe on the turntable. And next, I could have been up there with him. And good old Frank Sinatra.
I doubt you'll be going in that direction, Eric. So, how is Alan, eh?
Oh, not so good. I mean, he can't believe that his own daughter could do something like that to him.
We all stood by and let it happen. We should have noticed something was wrong.
Aye, well, should have doesn't put jam on your bread, Ashley.
It's good to have you home, Betty.
And not before time, eh?
Thanks for lunch. That was really nice of you.
Least I could do. My brother, no manners. Never has had.
No manners, no taste.
Talk of the devil.
Sorry I missed you at lunch.
We didn't miss you.
You got my message? I left one.
Too late, obviously. Seeing as I'd already left and was standing around in the pub like a right lemon.
Tell you what, I was about to take you out tonight. Make it up to you with a bag of nuts and a bottle of Chardonnay.
I'll think about it.
Thanks. Can I get one of those?
You can get your own.
Women, eh?
I'm sorry Dad was shut.
Yeah, I know.
You all right?
Is Paddy around?
No, why?
I want to take a look in his car. I think I might have dropped something in it.
What?
There's just something.
I'm sorry, Daz. You'll have to wait till tomorrow. Paddy's up at Poulter's farm with a sick horse. He's not going to be back till late.
Okay.
Off on your holidays?
I'm going home. I can't sleep here.
Oh, I know what you mean. I hate hospitals myself. Still, there's one or two things first.
Like what?
Like the matter of your father's missing medication.
I've told you, I don't know anything about it.
And the fact that you kept him under lock and key.
It was for his own good. He kept falling down the stairs, and contrary to popular belief, I did not want him breaking his neck.
He says you pushed him.
That's not true. Why would I do that? He's confused.
That may be true. But there are some things you can't deny. He sold his van, he sold his motorbike, and very nearly his house from under him.
And we just got the toxicity report back from the lab. We now know exactly what quantity of drugs was in your father's system.
What does that mean?
It means that you're no longer under suspicion.
You're under arrest. Mary Stephanie Stokes, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the attempted murder of Alan Turner. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which will later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.